Hello everyone, I'm back today with a new process video, and I have a somewhat unique one here. I have a 6x8 pocket page on the left, and then on the right I have a 3x8 insert, and this one actually has a spot up here that's 2 inches, and then you have the rest here. My plan for this is to use sequins, but in the larger part of the pocket I have this bookmark. This is from St. Patrick's Cathedral, as are the photos. And my plan is to just put the bookmark in there and let it live like that. I'm not going to adhere it down to anything, staple it, nothing. That way it can be seen both front and back, and someone can remove it if they want to look more closely at it to see all the beautiful shininess that it is. But then I'll also have the sequins, and it works really well for this because when you use sequins in pockets, it has to match both sides. Well, this bookmark is all that's on there, so it will match no matter what, pretty much. So it makes it easy for me. So I do have my fuse tool heating. Here it is right here. I generally heat it 15 to 20 minutes or so before it's ready. So that gives me time to work on the rest of this. So really, I'm not going to concern myself with this part. Over here, I have one empty pocket, and then I also need to do a flip. All I'm doing really is maybe decorating one for sure, maybe 2 of these photos, because nothing else is going in between there. But then I do need to find a pocket card for this spot right here. When I'm trying to pick out this card here, I'm looking at the bookmark and I have lots of options. I have gold, red, green, blue. That's predominantly what's in there. So I'm going to look for something like that that might work here. I don't think I have any 3x4 cards left in my stash of stuff that was for Ireland that would really work from what I remember, but you never know. I'll look just to be sure. I think it's more likely I'm going to pull something from my regular travel stash to make this work, and I'm not exactly sure what I even have in there at this point, but I'll look and I'll just see how it goes. And then I will have to figure out too, do I want to do a flip where I use my dies and so there's no adhesive, or do I want to, hold on, use one of these. I actually have a bunch of these left. I'm trying to use them up so that I don't always have to use the die, but we'll see how things look as I go. Okay, so when I went looking for cards, I actually looked through some embellishments as well, and I found one that I want to use. It's a little piece of adhesive chipboard here. This was from a Cocoa Daisy set I had a long time ago, and I love the green in it, and I can stamp something there, which I think would be fun. So it does match. Where it's going to go over here, I'm not exactly sure. Part of me wants to do it off the top. Now, because these are adhesive though, I would have to either take the adhesive off the back, put paper over it, do something so that it wouldn't stick to anything as it's being flipped through the pages. So I'm not exactly sure, but preliminarily I am thinking up here, because there's really, nothing happening there. It's just dead space. That might work well. And it doesn't interfere with anything down here. So for now, I'm going to go with that, and then I still need to find this card. For the tab, I have found a stamp I want to use. On this set, I want to use the one that says In Pictures right here. I've already made sure that it will fit. It barely does, but it will fit, so I have that. And then I found this card. This actually wasn't in my travel stash. It was just in my regular stash of cards. But the color's perfect, the saying works, and I'm not sure if it was meant to go this way or this way, but I'm going to use it vertically. I kind of like that this is on the side. It gives it a nice visual interest element there. So I have that. Don't know if I'll do anything else with that. If I did, I might put, I don't know, a star or a heart or something up here, but otherwise it'll probably be left alone. So I will do the stamping here, and then I will start figuring out my sequin mix for up here. I have done my stamping on here. It came out perfectly. I did use my Stays On ink so that it wouldn't smear, and I just stamped very carefully and it came out well, so I have that done. And then rather than trying to figure out how to get the adhesive off with some kind of substance or put paper on the back, what I chose to do is actually just take off the top layer. It also makes it extra thin, which is awesome because it keeps the bulk down, and then I don't have to worry about this sticking to something else. So when I attach it, I can just use glue dots along this bottom portion here, and then I'm good to go. All right, I have that done, and I just slid it in the pocket because I don't think I will do anything else with that photo. When I was looking at this, I figured I might as well bring in some of the red. I know that I have some red stars and red puffy hearts, so I could use either one. So I think I will find one to fit in this space, and then it'll be time to do sequins. I chose to use one of my glittery foam stars here because they're red and they're so sparkly, so it works well with what's over here. So now I have that done. So I'm going to move that aside for the time being, and then I'm going to work on getting my sequins for this. I know I want to mix in some green, red and blue, and then probably some clear. Yeah, I think clear is better. I don't know that I want white necessarily. I think I want it opaque or translucent so that it just gives a nice shimmer, but no extra color other than these. I have put together my sequin mix here, and as you can see, I have a nice mix of lots of different things here. So I want to show you what I ended up using to make that. So I did decide to put some gold in there. I had these little gold stars from Cat Scrappiness, so I figured can't go wrong with gold stars, right? And then I had just some plain sparkly green sequins. I think these were from Pretty Little Studio. I'm not 100% positive, but I think so. And then I had this mix already. I don't remember where I got this one, but it's all kind of blue and white or silver. And I didn't think I wanted that at first, but then I ended up liking the stars in it, so I used it. I went with these, which are the Moonshine. They're just a clear, sparkly sequin. And then I also had this mix. I know this is a patriotic one. A friend got it for me, but it has red and blue in it plus little gold stars already. So I thought, well, that's pretty perfect, and then I don't have to dig out separate stuff. So all of those together ended up making this mix, and now I'm ready to put it in the pocket. Okay, I have all my sequins in there, and normally I might fill it a little more full than what you see here, but because this will be in here and it's going to stick out the top and lay against here, I didn't want this to be too bulky, so I think I'm going to keep it where it is, and I'm totally fine with that. I have my tool here. I like to use this side because otherwise this gets so bumpy that you can't really lay it flat to use the actual little line in there, so I just do it like this. I get it lined up to where I want it, and then I have my tool here. Should be plenty hot by now, and then I just roll it across, and hopefully we've got a good seal there. It looks like maybe I missed a tiny bit right there, but I'm going to shake it. I see one tiny little thing came off, but I can't tell if that was in it or maybe just stuck on the sheet. For now, it's fine. I may go back and just go over that one little spot again just to be sure, but for now, it's fine. And then look at that. Look how pretty it looks in there. And then when this slides in, you'll just see it kind of peeking out behind it like so. Couple of things. I did decide to go back over the pocket, so that is done. And when you look at it here, you can't even tell where that line was. It looks perfect if the camera would focus. There we go. So that turned out well. Here's a view of the back side, so you can just see what it would look like from the back. Seems like the stars are a little more concentrated towards the back. That doesn't bother me. I can always shake it up to sort of redistribute everything if I want to. I also decided to take this off of there. This was hanging off the tassel, and I felt like it was getting in the way of the face here too much, and so I decided to just remove that, and now I have it for something else if I want it. And then I retied the tassel like this so that hopefully it will fall kind of to the side there and it won't obscure the face too much once it's in the elbow. For this flip that I'm going to do, I don't want anything on the top photo. And I think I'm going to leave this one alone as well. Maybe do something here, although I cut off the floor. So if I can find something that would work here, I would do it. But I have pulled out my bag of little green travel phrases, hoping that there's something in there. If I can't find something in there, I can go into my travel stickers. But it really depends what size I find, whether it's going to be on this photo or this one. Well, I didn't find anything in here that I really liked that was a bright enough green or that had a right phrase. So I found these stickers, and on here there's just this one that says amazing. Now the only problem with this, it's a little hard to see, but it has a pennant end or a flag end. So it would be easier if I could find a way to use it aligned with the right hand side. I mean, I could cut that and make a new one or make it even if I wanted to, but I'd like to use it as is. So looking at these, I can either do it down here. It doesn't cut off too much of the floor, leaves quite a bit there still. I could do it up here actually. You know what? Come to think of it, I could, because it would just be people that were in the way. And then when I flip up, this will be here. It'll cover that green so you won't see it. So all you'll see is this. Oh, then it's across from the star though. I don't know that I like that. If I do it, it's probably going to be down here. What about this one? It doesn't really work to have it on the right side here or the left. It would cut off this stuff. Okay, so it's going to be this photo, probably down here. I added the sticker. I also put in a little mini staple right there. So now all I have left is to put these in the flip here. The adhesive is off, so it's ready to go. And since it's going to sit like this, it's going to flip up actually and not down. So I need it to go in the right direction. So that one will be on top when it flips up. This one will go like so, and then all I have to do is attach it. This certainly is a little less work than doing the option that I have with the dies, so it's faster. But if you want to try this and you don't want to be able to see perhaps a little line like that from where the adhesive part stops, then by all means use the die set. I'm okay with either option really, so this is completely fine. That line really tends to blend in with the floor. When you're at this distance, you hardly see it. So I think this one is done. There's the flip up, and that's it. Another one finished for Dublin. Thanks for watching.